Hello friends, welcome to FreeCAD tutorial, and in this tutorial we will model this part. As you can see that I have already modeled it, and you can see that our FreeCAD part is matching with the isometric view of a reference drawing. Now we will read the dimensions of this top view and section view, and we will create this part from the scratch. So I will close this file and create a new file. If you want to learn FreeCAD from the scratch, then you can buy my complete FreeCAD course from zero to expert. This course also available on Udemy, but problem is that Udemy only give me the 37% of a course selling. You can see here user had paid $15, but I have only got $5. So after minus of taxes, I get the pennies on each course selling. If you wanted to see the review of my course, you can go to the Udemy and search for the FreeCAD, and you will see my course, complete FreeCAD course from zero to expert. And this course is took by the more than 2000 students, and I have got the rating of a 4.1. For the demo lectures, you can expand it and see the demo lectures and the course structure. But I will request you, if you found my course interesting and the reviews of the other student on Udemy, then I would request you to buy my course from the my coffee shops, because if you buy from here it will help me a lot. So once you buy my course, you will be redirected to the Google Drive, and here is the my course, complete FreeCAD course from zero to expert. Go inside, and the sections I have shown you on my Ko-Fi shop page. So exactly same lectures under the section is created. For example, section 1 is introductions to FreeCAD 1.0 and what is new in FreeCAD 1.0. So if we go to the section 1, so there are the 18 lectures, and if you go inside of the sections 1, you will find the 18 lecture total. And once you go to the lecture 1, you will find a video file which you can download to your system, and you can watch it. And this course is updated on a equal interval of a time once the new features came, and once you purchase the course, you have the lifetime access to the course. And in the case of any doubt, any query, you can mail me at admin@mechnexus.com. At the end you will find one video which is a promotional video. You can watch the video and take the whole overview of the course. You can also explore my shop, where you can download the tutorial source file and some interesting projects on FreeCAD. You can find my course link on my YouTube channel. You can see the course link, and you can also find my Ko-Fi course page link on pin comments and video descriptions. So buy my course and keep supporting my FreeCAD works. Your small course purchase will help me to grow this channel, and it will also motivate me to create more awesome content on FreeCAD. So please check out my course on FreeCAD from zero to expert. So here I have created a new file, and I will insert my body and on the origin plane. And as per part orientation, first we will create this base profile on the top plane. So select the XY plane and click on the sketch, and now go to the model tab and hide the origin plane. And now here let's switch to the our main view, and here we will create first a circle. So let's create a circle, and we will make this circle as a construction. And now select smart dimension and provide 160 dimension, and now we will create these two arc. So we are creating our part as per the isometric view. So here we will create these two arc, and just imagine that it is a 90-degree rotated. So let's create a 3-point arc on right and left hand side. And now here first thing we will do is to make a coincidence relation with the arc center and the axis. Similarly on the other side, say coincidence, and now we will move this point little bit, and now we will create one 3-point arc on the top and one is on the bottom. Select it and create the two arc, and now let's add a coincidence relation with our origin. Select it and add a coincidence relation with our origin. Now here we will make this two arc symmetric with the axis, as it is the distance of a 170. So let's first we will make it symmetric and then add a dimension of a 170. So arrow is added, which means that it is asymmetric and it will move in equal proportions once we move the points. Now let's give the dimension. Let's give the dimension of 170, which we can see here. And now let's give the radius value, which is R30. So select it and give it a 30, and now select this and this and made it equal. Now let's move the points, and now let's make this and this as equal, and also make it equal. Now here we will create a line at the top bottom, which will be the 4 line, and then we will add a tangency, which are this one 1 2 3 4. Now let's select a line tool and create a line by joining these 2 points. Select line tool and create a line by joining 2 points. Select this and this and this and this. Now let's add a tangency relation. So first let's select this line and arc and add a tangency. Select this and this and add a tangency. Select this and this and add a tangency, and here select this line and arc, add a tangency. So we have added the 4 tangents, and now we will add the 4 tangent on both the arc, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. So we will repeat the same procedure. Make it tangent, select it and make it a tangent. Similarly here on the right side, make it tangent and select this and make it tangent. So you can see that our profile is fully constrained. Let's come out of the sketch, and here click on the pad and provide 25 mm, which we can see here, and say OK. So we have created our first feature. So let's first save our part. Now let's create the next feature. So here we will select this bottom face and on a bottom face we will create this diameter 115 and then extrude it. In isometric, this bottom face is not visible, but we can clearly see in the section view, and also on a top view we can see the hidden lines. Now I have selected the face, and now I will create a sketch. So it is very simple, just create a circle and select a smart dimension and provide it a diameter 115. Now let's close it and create a pad of 8 mm. So select the sketch, click on the pad. If you subtract this dimension from the overall, you will get it. So here is a 8 mm. Now press 0 for isometric, and if you see the isometric, so we will create this major outer diameter. So we will select the top face and click on the sketch, and here click on the circle and provide the diameter of 122 and click on the close and create a pad of 25 mm. Select it and provide it a 25 mm. And now if you see the section view, so there is a groove profile. Now we will create the groove profile, and here just imagine that this is the rotated to the 90°, and now here I will on the origin plane, and here I will select the right plane, which is a YZ plane, and click on the sketch. So here we are on the right orientation, and let's off the model origin planes and let's switch to the wireframe for the better sketching. And now we will create the sketch. So here we have the origin here, so we will select a line tool and we will create a line on the axis. And now we will use the polyline tool to create a rough profile, and then we will constrain it. So here the profile is created, and now we will start from here. So here is a horizontal, this is the vertical, this line having no relation, so we will provide it a horizontal constraint, and this with a vertical constraint, and this become the horizontal constraint, and this is also horizontal. Now let's provide the dimension. So first provide the this dimension, which is a 51, and this is of 33, and let's constrain this inner one. Select a smart dimension, select this point and this point, and provide it 42.5, and this is of 45, and this line is of 20 mm. Now let's move the dimension and let's check what is the unconstrained. So if we move that, total height is unconstrained. So here we will do one thing, we will project this edge at the bottom and at the top. So on the top I will select this point, this axis and this point, and add a coincidence relation. So here we are seeing the conflict. Press Ctrl Z, and now let's move to the right view here, and now let's move the dimension, and now select the point and this one and add a coincidence. So here it got a coincidence relation. And now let's again switch to the right view, and now we have to constrain the total height. And now here total height is of 58, so I have given the 58. You can do one more thing. Instead of giving a dimension, you can simply add a relation by selecting this point and line and add a coincidence. So here we have seen the conflict. So now let's move this dimension and select this point and this line, add a coincidence. So sometime what's happened, instead of a point, axis work gets selected. So we have the fully constrained profile, and let's come out of the sketch, and now here we will click a groove tool, and here we will define our own axis. So here I will use the Z axis, or you can select this vertical line of our sketch, say OK. Now press 0 for isometric view, and if you see our model on the top view, we can see here one hole, and here we can see the hole which is a G1/4, and for this, if you see from this plane, it is a 30°. So we have to create a datum plane at a angle of 30° from this plane. So let's create a datum plane. Now first on the origin plane, and here we will select the plane, and we will create our datum plane at a distance of 30°. So let's press 0. So now here reference, we will select the Z axis and click on the datum plane. So you can see that our datum plane is created along the XY, and now we will rotate it so that we get this 30° angle. So now on the X axis, provide the value -60°. So here between the YZ plane, which is our datum plane, and our newly created plane, we will get a angle of 30°, because if you -90 -60, we will get a 30. So now say OK. Now on the origin plane, and here we will rebuild our datum plane. Click on recompute object and save our file. Now on this datum plane, we will create our sketch. So here we will switch our model to the isometric view, and here we can select our datum plane, and we can use the align to selection, so it will become normal. Our newly created datum plane is normal, and now we will switch to the wireframe for the better sketching, and let's off this datum plane. And now create the profile, and we will revolve cut it. So first thing we will do, we will click on the project geometry and project this outer edge, and now we will select a line tool and create a line, and let's first we will fix this point. So if you see here, from the this edge to the axis of the hole is of a 13 mm. So I will select this point and this point. So let's first select this point and then select this point and provide the 30 mm. And now we will create one more line. Select line tool and create one more line, and now again select a line which we can make a parallel, or we can also add a perpendicular relation. And now we will if we zoom, so we have come here, and now we will create a line with angle. So create a line and then create one more line, and let's make this shorter, and here we will create a line by joining these 2 points, and here we can add a parallel relation. And now let's constrain our dimension. So first is a G1 by 4. You can search the diameter value for the drilling. So this is radius is of 5.945. so this is the value applicable to the G1 by 4. Here I have given the radius, and now select this and this and provide 18 mm, and this angle here is not defined, so we will make it approximate to the 1 mm, and let's move this 1 mm dimension, and total is of 50. We will take the value so that it should open in a clear area. So select a dimension and provide the 50 mm so that it is opening in a clear area, even though you can make it 55 from the safer side. And now let's constrain this dimension. So this is of diameter 6, so we will make this line 3 mm. So select the smart dimension and select it and provide the 3 mm. So you can see that our profile is made, and this is basically G1 by 4 use in a pipe thread. So now we will come out of the sketch, and here if you see, let's try to create a groove cut here, and let's say okay, so wire is not closed, so we have to validate our sketch. So go to the model and select the sketch and click on the validate option, and zoom our sketch and click on highlight troublesome vertex. So here let's see what is the unconstrained. So here we are not seeing anything on a screen. Let's zoom it and again click on highlight troubleshoot vertex. So here I think that a problem is that we should make this point outside of a body. So let's edit the sketch, and here we will delete this construction line, and we will move this line, and now we will again project this, and let's add a small dimension of 2 mm so that it come outside of a body. And now let's see what is the unconstrained. So this is the unconstrained, so let's provide a suitable relation, and now let's see what is unconstrained. So this axis, so axis is a 13 mm from the edge, so select the smart dimension and select this and provide the 13 mm. Now let's try to revolve it, and select the sketch, click on the groove feature. So now groove is created here, but the axis is not correct, so we will select the reference. So once you select the reference, your sketch will be visible. And now we wanted to create the groove around our this line, so click on it. So you can see that a groove is created, and if you rotate our model we can see that it is opening perfectly as per our reference drawing. Now press 0 for isometric view. Now if you see on a top view, there is a hole whose detail we can see in a section AA. If you go in a section AA, so this is the M10 hole with a drill of 18 mm, but the tapping is of 15 mm. So we will first select the top face and click on the sketch. And if you see the top view, so here is a PCD of 135. So let's rotate our model to this orientation and click on the circle and create a circle. And now here we will first make it a construction, and let's add a diameter of 135. And now here is angle is of a 45, so we will also create a line and also make it a construction, and let's provide a 45 degree from the axis. You can also provide this from this axis, so let's provide a 45. So now we have got this point, and now we will create a circle and select a smart dimension and provide it a 10 mm. So we have the diameter 10 circle. Now we will close it, and here we will not use this pocket tool to create the hole as I do most of the time. Here we wanted to create a threaded hole. Now select the sketch and click on the hole wizard, and here we wanted to create 4 holes of M10. So from here I will select isometric regular profile, and here I will give the 10 mm. Depth here I will give the 18 mm, and go to the threaded, and here I will select the dimension, and threaded dimension is of 15 mm. Say OK. So you can see that hole is created, and now we will polar pattern this hole, because if you see here there are the 4 holes. So if you see the holes here, so that are in the hidden, so this hole will be at a bottom side. So we can easily fix this with the attachment editor. Now click on the attachment editor, and here on the attachment editor, instead of this face, we will delete it and we will define this bottom face. Select reference and select this bottom and say OK. Now let's rebuild it and also rebuild our hole. So you can see that hole is fully defined to the bottom face. And now select the hole and click on the polar pattern and type the quantity 4. Say OK. Now switch to the top view and let's see the wireframe view. Now you can see that these 4 holes which are hidden and are from the bottom face is created. Now let's switch to the flat lines. So now we will create these 2 holes of a dia 26, which is very easy to create, and we will select this top face and click on the sketch, and here I will select the project geometry and project these 2 radius. Click on the circle, create a circle, and select the dimension and provide the 26, and select this and this, and made it equal, say close, select the sketch, and it is a plain drill hole, so you can make with a cut. Let's select the hole, and here select none, and provide the diameter 26, and from here say it through all and say OK. Now here at section view we can see that chamfer of 1 mm on the edges, so let's provide the chamfer. So here is a 1 mm chamfer on inside and outside, so I will press Ctrl key, select these two edges, and provide the chamfer of a 1 mm. Similarly on a bottom side, this is the 1 mm chamfer, and this both also having the 1 mm chamfer, so let's add it. Click on the chamfer and say 1 mm. Now here at the bottom side we will cross check this section, because this thickness look not correct with respect to the drawing. So let's fix this. So go to the pad and identify the feature. So this is the feature, and now let's cross check the dimension. So if we go here, so it is the 115, that is okay. Now we will cross check it with the groove feature. So let's on the groove feature and move to the wireframe view, and here so this is for the hole. We are not looking for this, we are looking for that internal cut. So let's go to the flat lines, and now let's check here on the dimensions. So this internal one is of diameter 19, so we have to check this dimension. So this will be the 45. Let's switch to the wireframe. So this should be the 45 because diameter is 90, so make it 45. And this one on the other side, this is the of 102, divide by 2, and click on close, and let's move to the last feature and hide this sketch, and from here switch to the shaded view, switch to the flat lines. So now it looks okay, this thickness. So this is how, if you have modeled something, and how we can rectify and how we can rebuild it. So we have successfully created this model from the scratch, and you can see that it is perfectly matching with our reference isometric view. So this is all about this tutorial, and this tutorial is for the beginner user to understand how to create a datum plane, pad, grooves, polar pattern, chamfer and holes. So I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your valuable time. And now we will come back to our tutorial.